Distance learning.
Hello, this is a brief tour of where you will go to find our first class. So let's do it. First, you're going to need to go to myfit.fitnyc.edu. You will get some sort of window that looks like this. You will enter your name, not my name, whatever your name login thing is. Might have a 1 at the end, might have a 2 at the end, whatever it is, you should know it. If you don't know it, find it out, otherwise you're in trouble. Sign in, does this little redirect, brings you over here. We want to go over here to web resources. Web resources are, I don't know, some FIT website things. And what we want is Blackboard. Blackboard is going to have a couple of things that we use in the class. It'll have your grades, which is good, unless you fail, which is bad. But it will also have our sort of video communication space. You need to log in, right? You can't log in directly. Log in here, hit login, boom. Yours will look a little bit different, right? You'll hopefully over here have my courses, and there will be a list of all the courses you're taking. Because I'm teaching 2 courses, it has a list of all the courses I'm teaching. I want to go to PH152, which is what we are all collectively taking. And once I'm here, I'm going to go over and let's see if I can enter a student preview mode. All right, not a student. Oh my gosh. Come over here to content. I'm going to click on that, and it has here our online meetup. So this is where you're going to go to enter the sort of video chatty space that we'll have. You know, it'll be something like Zoom or Google Meet or any of those things. It's just within FIT's Blackboard shell. So click on our online meetups, and it takes you to Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, which is a very dumb name, but I did not name it. And you'll see here a bunch of different sessions. There's a test one, which is what we're going to go into and what I'm going to urge you to go into. There's an office hours one, so as the semester progresses, I will have office hours. They will be not in my office, but over here. And then class 1, week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on and so forth. As the semester progresses, I'll just keep adding them. Each of those will sort of unlock and open up right before class starts, and it will close a couple of hours after class ends. So let's go to our test session. Pops up this thing over here, says join session. Okay, so you will get something that looks like this. There is a PDF on the website. I'll show you where that is in a sec. That will also sort of step-by-step walk through this. But this is our basic place where we will meet up and talk about stuff, discuss photography, look at images, talk about how our cameras work, talk about what we've managed to do with those cameras. All that good stuff. So very awesome, right? There's a little camera icon right now. My video is not being shared. You should really share your video. I cannot mandate that you do, but I think it's helpful. Audio, obviously, without audio, no one can hear you. We'll generally mute ourselves unless we are actually literally talking, because otherwise it is a cacophony. But this is where you will go for our first day of class. If you have any questions about this, again, there's a PDF. Take a look at that, please. Email me if you've looked at that and you've looked at this and you've tried to go there and it hasn't worked. And we can figure out what's going on. But please, before the first day of class, before even a couple of days before the first day of class, get in there and test it out. So that way we're not all troubleshooting everything in 1,000 emails right on that first day. So that's that. I'm going to go back now and show you two other things. One, in the email that sent you a link to this video, there was also a link to this Photo One survey. If you can go ahead and fill that out, it will help me out both to get a sense of excuse me, what everybody's experience levels are, who you are, where you're coming from, what your name is, right? If your FIT ID has like one name, but you go by a nickname or another name entirely, that will help me out. Bunch of different things. It'll also give me a sense of sort of how the distance learning thing is working for you. All of this is very useful and will allow me to get a sense of sort of what I need to concentrate on in the class as far as figuring out how to get resources online appropriately. So there's that. Go ahead, take that, fill it out as soon as you can, please. And last thing is class website. If you go to bradfarwell.com/teaching, again, that's my name, bradfarwell.com/teaching, you will see a list of classes. And here we are, right up at the top, PH152. So this is our class website. So if you want to take a look at that, it may or may not be totally ready for prime time by the time you're looking at it, depending on when you do that. But this is sort of where all of our stuff will happen. I'm going to go over all of this on the first day, but I just wanted to let you take a look at it. There are across the top here some shared resources to things like handouts, slideshows, the syllabus, all that good stuff. So take a look, check it out. You should be checking your FIT email. That's where you got this link, obviously. If you have already another Gmail account, one of the common problems we run into is that people have logged into their old Gmail thing and have not signed out of that and any other Gmail accounts you might have before signing into their FIT one. If you don't do that, Google will look and see what your sort of original default one was, and will, if you try to go into, say, this space up here where we turn stuff in, it'll be like, won't know that you're allowed to have access to it, and so this will just show up as a blank screen. So if you are running into that, go ahead and go to your Googles, sign out of everything, and then sign back in just to your FIT account. Okay, I think that's it. Again, you're welcome to poke around in here. It's not finalized yet. Please go ahead and do a test drive of Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, since that's where we're going to be doing our first class and all the subsequent classes. So would be really helpful if you can sort of familiarize yourself with it. Maybe you'll meet some of your classmates also hanging out in there. Yeah, I think that's, and fill out the form that I put in there for the sort of beginning of Photo One survey of stuff. Okay, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you all in class, or maybe I will run into you in that test session if I'm in there trying to make sure it all works. Please email me if you have any questions or concerns. It's brad_farwell@fitnyc.edu. It's also where this email that you got the link for this video from, where that originated, so you can just hit reply. And I will see you in our first class. All right.